Welcome all you uplifters. Michael Blue from uplift.art, where blockchain art and charity collide. What we got here, guys and gals, is a sneak preview of what's going to be up for auction January 15th, 2021. Half the proceeds goes to Haitian Roots in order to build their third school in Haiti. All you uplifters, who's with me?
Please, Mr. Spaceman, shine your light down here upon us and help we the people need love from a mighty hand. Oh, here, oh, 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 here, oh, oh, please, Mr. Spaceman, shine your light down here upon us and help we the people need a love from a mighty hand. Oh, oh, oh. Happy to help you, human, but first you gotta help yourself. Barefoot in the mother nature, drink from a spring of life. Oh, here, oh, 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 here, oh, oh, please, Mr. Spaceman, shine your light down here upon us and help we the people need a love from a mighty hand. Oh, 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 here, oh, 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 here, oh, oh, here, oh, 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 here, oh, please, Mr. Spaceman, shine your light down here upon us.
That's an NFT, folks. That is an NFT, folks. Holy smokes. Let's do this. Let's build a school. January 15th, 2021. This bad boy goes up for auction. Let's do it.
Get some unmuted things going on. What is going on? Welcome to the first ever NFT game day with EOSIO Weekly update. Of course, we got my buddy Jimmy. My name's Corey. All right, how do we say your name?
Stephane.
Stephane.
Or Steph, if that's too hard for some of the English speakers.
Could you imagine? Okay, if Stephane is too hard for me.
That's good. No, that's right.
That's all right. Stephane.
Yeah, we've been butchering that for the last week, I think.
All good. All good. You're not the only ones, and you're not the last ones. Don't worry about it.
All right, so we got Stephane in from EOS Nation, who's going to be coming in and talking about a bunch of stuff. I'm super stoked about it. But just before we got out, the video that we played just now was for the Mr. Spaceman drop that is going on with uplift.art today. I think if I'm not mistaken, that starts at noon.
In about 3 hours from now.
In about 3 hours. All right. So if you want to head to uplift.art later on, you should be able to track that stuff. All sorts of crazy stuff. I got to work on the tune that is like the one of one super rare thing. A bunch of builds got done in the uplift, which of course is the Minecraft layer to all this NFT craziness that we're building out. Actually, one of the things we haven't really done this before, but I want to start doing it, Stephane. In the uplift, we built this cathedral, And inside the cathedral, it's just a bunch of monuments with gratitudes on them from all the people that have visited or like join us Sunday mornings when we do that. So I want to ask every single guest that comes on our show from here on in, what is the one thing they're most grateful for this morning?
All right, so that's on me right now, putting me on the spot.
Yeah, on the spot right now.
All right, well, easy. I'm gonna say the whole NFT community. I'm very grateful for all of the NFT community. You guys running shows, Uplift building amazing concepts, other artists releasing their own collections. 2020 was a rough year for a lot of people. Yep. Myself, with my role with EOS Nation as a community manager, EOS had a rough year last year as well. A lot of negativity for all those sorts of reasons. I'm not going to get into it, but my NFT world was filled with positivity, filled with creativity, filled with people being nice to each other. So that was a big relief for me personally, and probably contributed to me going so deep down in the NFT rabbit hole, because it was such a pleasant experience, from start to finish.
All right. That's absolutely perfect. So grateful for the whole NFT community. I am exactly the same way. And well said. So yeah, thanks. You're the first guest who's doing that. And the more I think about it, the more we're just going to make sure that's an absolute thing. So thanks for that. So Jimmy, you were excited to have Stephane on, like the second that you booked it. So why don't you give a little bit of an introduction and let us know what we're going to be talking about this morning?
Yeah. So I came across your Vancity project, and I thought it was kind of cool, like zombies are kind of a thing, but I used to be like a big comic book collector, and like some offbeat comics as well. Like I was big into like universes and stuff like that. So I think merging comics and NFTs are really cool. And I actually had some pretty cool ideas for like gamification of comics that, I talked to people about in back rooms that we haven't done yet. We haven't made yet. And so I went into your comic, and then I thought, wow, this is like some really good art. Like this is like, next level, like video game type of art, like, stuff that like is levels beyond what, Super Mario was, and then I read about it and I realized, wait a minute, this isn't art. This is photographs that have been taken by real actors in real costumes and then assembled in a comic book. And that blew me away. I was like, wow, how cool is that? Like, why didn't I think of that idea? Like, it's a brilliant idea. I mean, so yeah, and it's a really cool piece. And actually, that brings me to the first question I wanted to ask you is like, how did you guys come up with this idea? What were the, influences behind that? Like, I'm really curious to know the backstory on that.
Absolutely. So it's a great backstory. Basically, Reed, the photographer, he was doing some zombie photo shoots for a client. And he really enjoyed the work, the makeup artists, everything was really good. The whole team out in Vancouver, a bunch of local artists out there, produced a one shoot. And they're like, man, this was super fun. Let's do it again and let's make it bigger, right? So then that's where the comic book idea came out of. So that comic book is a passion project by Reed and his fellow artists. They got together, they made it. They made 2 episodes, first one and second one. And then they were looking, last year, how do we distribute this? How do we get it out? They didn't really have a distribution method. Printing it live, was very expensive. Getting deals to place these things in stores, whatever, that just wasn't happening. And he was telling this to a buddy of ours, Brian, who's an EOS Nation ambassador in Vancouver. And then me and Brian had just caught up the week before, talking NFTs, how this space was blowing up. This was this summer, right? And then so he calls me, he's like, hey, my buddy Reed has this comic book. He doesn't know how to publish it. Do you think we could run it as an NFT series? I was like, yes, absolutely. Let's do this. That sounds like a great idea. So then he's like, yeah, this art is super unique. It's absolutely stunning. So he sent me the PDF and it was actually absolutely amazing, very unique, so it's real photographs, composite with some special effects added on. A lot of work went into these comic books. And then, so from there, we're like, okay, great. How do we release this as an NFT series? So we've extracted some of the best art from the comic book. We created all sorts, we created our NFT collection. added a bit of gamification to it. So there was about 40 pages in the first episode. So then each page we made its own NFT, but it's not made to be read one page after the other. The quality, you can't really read the words. But then for the first release, if you collected all pages, then you earned the PDF version, the full PDF version, full color of the comic book.
Yeah, I think that's a really strong use case, and I think you're quite familiar with what we're doing with Uplift Art as well. But that's very similar to what we did with the music key to download the file. And I think this is going to be, like, going forward, one of the stronger things for artists and musicians and all of these types of creative people. Like, graphic novels, things like that could go into this. And it's just great marketing for companies to be able to do that, right? And get people engaged. And no longer do you just wander down to the comic book store and buy a comic and, read it and pack it away. Now you kind of got to interact with the team, with the people, and all of these types of things. So, but yeah, there's the YouTube post, and I've shared this around on a few other social channels as well, with this link, so people can watch it back. But if you're watching it back from one of those places, you'll see down below there's a link with Anders, an interview you did with Anders. Actually, the same day that we had Anders on the show, it was quite funny. But he was talking about gamification and kind of his issues with the wax space. And I thought what you guys did with this second series was really cool, because now you've added, like, almost a game. Like, you've added different
we're going 10x. We're literally going 10x on this second release compared to our first one. So our first one was our first NFT release. Like me and Martin, we're heading Dot Gems, which is the name of our new NFT publishing house, and Vancity is kind of the first pilot project under the Dot Gems label. Before that, we ran our Spicy Rares promotion for our EOS Hot Sauce, which is a weekly publication that we do, updating people in the EOSIO space, what's going on. And then there's a video on Sundays of this publication. And then we were minting 5 Spicy Rares every week to people who joined and interacted with our videos, right? So that was our first foray into NFTs, and it was designed to increase social media engagement with our videos and whatever. It worked really well. People loved it. We had a ton of fun creating these fun thumbnails for our Spicy Rares, all that stuff. And then, so that was kind of our introduction. And then Vancity was our first project. The way so I know you guys have managed to embed the unlocking of the file within the NFTs. We're doing just a manual process of just me handing out the PDFs to people who earn the right to get them. But we're still learning. We're still increasing our production methods and all that. But yeah, so for episode 2, we wanted to bring something new, right? We're not in this game to just do something and then copy paste it many times and trying to milk that one formula, right? We want to innovate. We want to bring something new. We want to keep it fresh and interesting for people. So another thing we did, actually, yeah.
Just remind me after the show. I think we have a tool that you can use to simplify this process to get that PDF out to people.
Absolutely, we'll definitely talk. We'll definitely talk. I'm fine with doing it manually for this one, for this release. It works. We're not that popular. I don't have 10,000 people to message and send out yet, right?
I mean, getting the bump, the EOSIO Weekly bump of
Let's
like
go.
a good 6 or 7 people.
For sure. But yeah, so that's definitely on our list of things to do and to implement. But yeah, so we released in October was our first release. And right before that, we released a Wax NFT community survey. Passed it around in Telegram. People filled it out. We wanted to know, like, hey, what does our community like? What are people looking for? And 50% said, they want their NFTs to have utility of some sort. Mm-hmm. So sure, early 2020, you could release an NFT collection. It's just collectibles, nice pictures, whatever. Great. But that doesn't cut it anymore. Like, people want more than just that, right? So then working on episode 2, we're like, okay, what have we learned from this survey? What do people want? They want gamification. All right. Well, we've got zombies, we've got humans, we've got an outbreak. Shouldn't be too hard to create some sort of game around that, right? So I've convinced Denis, our CTO from EOS Nation, to come help me out a bit. We've written an NFT battle smart contract that we'll be deploying for the first time with this release. It's going to be super fun. We've been testing it this week, a little animal rumble. And basically, the way it works is that people who buy our survival drops for episode 2 guaranteed to get at least one human and one zombie that you can send into battle. Those are our commons for the series. And then we'll have, about a week after the release, we'll have a week-long mega NFT battle. So where for 24 hours, people can send in their zombies, their humans. You can send in weapons to power up your humans. And then we battle them kind of all randomly assigned power levels or whatever. And then you get matched up with someone, a human or a zombie. Whoever loses, that NFT is burned. The power-ups you send in to power up, those are burned. And then the winner of the battle gets returned to the owner. And you also get a kill score NFT as well. And then this kill score NFT is going to be backed by wax. So this is a high-stakes NFT battle. You can lose your NFTs and you can make wax as well. So we've guaranteed, so we're putting up $1,000 for this battle, which we'll be giving away, in the form of wax-backed kill NFTs, basically.
It's kind of funny because Corey and I had this conversation not so long ago where we were talking about how cool it would be as if, I think it was just after we had interviewed the guys from Dark Country, and we were talking about how cool it would be if, Corey and I had a battle in Dark Country, and then I won. So he kind of like poker, you would have to put something in the pot, and then whoever wins could take the pot. You guys have done almost that. It's a little bit different, but I like the fact that if you lose your NFT, it's gone, right? It's imploded.
Yeah.
And get something cool in return, if you win, right?
Exactly. I've played a lot of poker in my life. I enjoy it. I like the strategy, all that stuff. And then I like the high stakes nature of it, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's like Dark Souls, man. If you lose, you're gonna feel it.
Exactly. So there's the gamification aspect that we wanted to bring, that we heard the community say, we want games with our NFTs. Great, we'll get that. And then what we're also doing is, as a nod to the Series 1 holders, you're going to be able to send in your Series 1 NFTs as well to power up your guys in the battle. So if you have extras from Series 1 Vancity, and you don't know what to do with them, join the battle, send them in, boost your guys, and then that's a way of giving utility to our Series 1 NFTs as well. So we're going to have a lot of fun. People are going to win some wax prizes. And we're going to be burning a lot of our collection, right? Which increases scarcity, which should increase the value of the remaining NFTs that don't get burned.
I like it because we were chatting with Anders about this, Corey, yesterday, and he said one of his big problems with the space was that, recently a lot of projects have been released over printing NFTs and then just burning them for no reason. But you guys, it's kind of cool because there's a reason to burn them, if that makes sense. You're not overprinting to burn them. It's not a problem with scarcity. It's it's a usability issue. I
read that article by Anders. He brings up some good points, right? If you can just trade in your commons for uncommons, for rares, for ultra rares, well, those ultra rares are not as rare anymore, right? So you kind of, you add scarcity to the commons to reduce scarcity for the rares, And it's super cool. I enjoyed the upgrade process. I was in there right away. I have 2 Mint 1 Collector's Edition. It was the most exhilarating thing I've done in NFT space, that 30 minutes where I'm just scrambling and looking at the market. Man, the one I'm missing is not up there yet because it just came, right? And then someone puts it up for a ridiculous price. I'm like, oh my God, am I going to really buy this overpriced? And I'm like, yes, because I want that #1 Collector's Edition. So I bought some overpriced NFTs, but was able to mint 2 #1, the uncommon and the rare. I think I got.
Oh, yeah, man, that's awesome. I remember your excitement in the Telegram chat. I remember that actually.
Yeah, it was fun. It was super fun. I've been so busy with working on .gems and Vancity. I haven't been able to go through my collection. So I still need to complete some Uplift art collections. I got some Blockchain Heroes 2. I need to complete Cogs 2. I bought a bunch of packs. I ripped a bunch of packs. I haven't even gone back to check it and finish my collection. I'm hoping to do that in the next few weeks once this release is over and I have a bit more time. But so like I really like what Uplift did, but then, you know, Pepe did it as well. And then, you know, it's true that it's kind of maybe it's not new anymore type of deal. And now people are like, oh yeah, but now there's more rares, there's less commons, you know. There's definitely, you know, it's a very cool mechanism, but there's more innovation, I'm sure, that's going to come around that model.
So I have a question about powering up your warriors. You said you can send them into battle with like weapons. Like, well, my question is, can you stack weapons on top of one another, or is it just like a one weapon type of
so you got 10 weapons or 10 boosters maximum per guy. So you could stack them with 3 weapons and maybe a few comic book pages from Series 1. Obviously, the Series 1 boosts are going to be smaller than the Series 2 boosts for people who are buying the Series 2 packs. But yeah, and the way the contract works is very simple, because I know there's tons of stuff going on in the NFT world. All these projects are running interesting promotions. It's hard to keep track of it all. I've missed a bunch just because there's not enough hours in the day. So when I was making this battle contract, I wanted to make it as simple as possible for people. So it's very easy. You've got 24 hours. You send in your zombies, you send in your heroes, and then at 7 p.m. Eastern every day, the battle activates, everyone fights, burn a bunch of NFTs, return the NFTs, mint the new ones, back them, and send them to the account. So
this battle will be ongoing for
about a week.
Okay.
About a week. Yeah.
Corey, remind me, we're still gonna have to rumble online.
Oh, hell yeah! Well, that's the thing. I need some of these NFTs now. So
yeah, I think you guys go on sale tomorrow, right?
That's right. That's right. So we go on sale tomorrow at noon. It's 48-hour sale, and there's no mint rush or pack rush or anything like that. So you don't need to set your alarm at 12 exactly to get your value, right? Everyone. So they're not packs per se. They're survival drops. So people are going to buy these survival drops, and then at the end of the sale period on Monday, I'm going to be dropping the collection to people who are holding these survival drops.
Cool.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's good. We got, and it's good now too, because thanks to you guys, actually, there's a little bit more time for me to play games. Because I remember, I don't know, 2-3 months ago, like you, I didn't not only did I didn't have time to open my packs, but I didn't have time to play any games. But that's just because there was so much stuff happening in the space, and I had to do all this research myself to figure out what the hell was going on. But you guys just released another thing I wanted to point out to our audience. You guys just released something on the EOS Nation Tool Kit, which was an NFT release calendar. So anyone who's into NFTs, especially on Wax, you can head on over there and check it out. And it basically links to all the upcoming projects and says, you know, the details of the release, links to the main site. And there's a couple other really cool.
There's a calendar button, so you can add it to your calendar. So you get those reminders.
Yeah. So I think that's really good. So check it out over there for Vancity.
Absolutely. And we're not charging a listing fee or anything. You know, this is a public good we're offering the NFT community, you know, as a .gems, basically. Yeah, as a .gems public good, basically. We did the Wax NFT survey. We published the results for everyone to see if they want the results. You know, we're doing this Wax calendar as well, NFT release calendar, which right now has a lot of Wax releases. But .gems is going to be publishing NFTs on Wax, on EOS, and possibly Ultra when that comes out later this year. So those are basically the 3 networks that we're a block producer on as EOS Nation. And those are going to be the 3 networks that we focus on for our NFT releases. So we're definitely planning on kickstarting the EOS NFT scene this year. It's ready to go. We're working on a nice series. Well, we're going to start working on it as soon as this release is done. And so we'll be releasing series on both EOS and Wax this year.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. There's not very much on EOS actually.
There's not very much, and a few projects reached out. They're like, "Hey, we're thinking of a release. We might." And I was like, "Oh, that's a cool concept. Are you doing it on EOS or Wax?" They're like, there's no community on EOS yet. So like, it's like no one wants to go first, right? Because obviously the Wax Cloud Wallet is a key piece of infrastructure that has enabled this whole NFT space on Wax. That's not exactly available on EOS. There are other wallets that do a similar job as Wax Wallet, but maybe not as easy. But anyway, someone has to go first on EOS, and I think we will. We haven't announced it yet, but we're going to be working on a EOS Fan Art release. So what we'd like to do an open call for any artists that are also fans of EOS, and then kind of accumulate a bunch of people together. They make a piece, maybe a common version, maybe an ultra rare version as well. And then we create a nice collection of EOS art as like the kickoff for the EOS NFT scene this year. So if you're an artist, if you want to collaborate with us, obviously we'll be sharing the revenue, with the whole team that we gather with all the artists and everything. So you can reach out to us, get your name on the list. We'll be making a more formal announcement, putting out a form so you can submit your art type of deal, and then we'll go through, see what's out there, see the kind of quality that we get, and see what we can build from there. And so going back to that NFT battle contract, the way we built it is highly customizable. So we're using it for Vancity, but it can definitely be used by other collections in the future. And that's going to be another service that we offer as .gems. So if there's creators out there that might want to use our contract, reach out. We can figure something out. And then, so I expect to see a lot more than just one NFT battle on Wax in this year.
My mind is spinning, Corey. I think there could be a Trojan horse in some game that we know about that could potentially be optimized.
So I've been sharing the NFT battle concept with a few NFT influencers, got them to test the contract this week. Every single one is like, that's super cool. Have you thought of this? Or can I use it for this? Or can you add this functionality? So you're not the only one with the wheels spinning. There's a lot of activity going on there.
So what if we I was just talking to Anders about the uplift, right? We're gonna have land gifted to community leaders and probably some BPs or whatever, right? Just to kind of give people a little taste of the thing. So what if we come to the EOS Nation's BP's land in the uplift, and maybe there's like 2 boxes, right? We can set up like an arena. And I don't know if this would work, right? So I'm talking completely, totally out of school. If we can get some of these NFTs to list somehow in the Minecraft user interface, right? You could put them in a box. They could put your opponent could put some in the other box. And then, whiz bang, blah, 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 blah. And then, one of you wins. There's a little thing. And they're like, ha, ha.
Yeah, for sure. I haven't had the time to jump into your Minecraft universe yet. It's just been too busy. But I've seen some pictures. I've seen some videos. It looks really sharp.
Actually, it's not open yet. So
yeah, no, it's we haven't even done our alpha release. But if you want a private tour for you and anyone else from EOS Nation, let me know, because I would love to show you what we have in mind.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Then I don't feel so bad that I haven't missed the opening yet. Because I've seen it on socials and whatever. That's on my list of things to check out.
But I'd like to see an EOS Nation area. But it'd be cool to. I think those zombie
theme.
Yeah, some of those zombie images from the comic book would make cool little monuments and statues in the world.
Yeah. The artways that's something we've done this now, Stephane, a few times. I don't know if you've seen the Mr. Spaceman builds that we just did.
A bit.
Yeah, we had like 24 hours. And Blue's like, hey, can you and your builder friends who are kind of in the server right now, could you guys like whip some stuff up? Like, I don't know, let's try. And it just worked. Some of it's amazing.
Sounds like you guys are using Minecraft for this. Actually,
let's put one of these, like, scared zombie characters outside of Ken Bozak's area.
Yeah, Ken keeps threatening to build a giant dick, which surprises literally no one. I love that, man.
Yeah. but yeah, so speaking about land, obviously, you know, when we started .gems this summer, we're like, yeah, NFTs are blowing up. That's kind of level one. Where's it going, right? Like, where's the evolution going? How can we position ourselves, you know, ahead of this trend / building and helping build the trend, right? So virtual land, metaverses, all this stuff is the next level in our opinion.
Yeah.
And so we've been buying land. So Minecraft is nice because you don't have to spend thousands of dollars to buy your land to build. But we've been spending money on crypto voxels, Somnium, Decentraland, Sandbox. Basically, we've got a piece on all these metaverses. Whichever one ends up being more popular will be there. And we started building our own gallery, our showrooms, our exhibition areas. And actually, if you guys want, I can release our Crypto Voxels Vancity showroom live on stream if you guys want to go walk around.
100% want to see that.
By all means, threaten me with a good time.
All right. All right.
Great.
Okay, let me find the link here real quick.
So while you look for that, are you guys operational in Decentraland and some of these other platforms yet, or you're still building it out?
So Jimmy, I sent it on Telegram. If you want to share your screen and click on that.
Okay, sure.
We're on Crypto Voxels and Somnium so far.
Okay.
That's probably going to be the two that we're building on in the short term anyways. Sandbox is too epic for us. It's too much because in Sandbox it's really focused on game dynamics and whatever. So you need to invest a lot of time in building that stuff. And from what I've heard is you're going to have to be whitelisted to start building on Sandbox actually. So that's going to open in the next few weeks, but only some communities are whitelisted to build anyways.
Yeah, that's with the uplift. Anybody who, because we're gonna have land key NFTs, right? So you're gonna own the region that you get, and only you're gonna be able to build on it, and only you are gonna be able to whitelist other people to build on it.
Is this in your Minecraft server?
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Hey, Corey, I'm on my laptop. Do you have two computers?
Yeah, fire it at me. I can do it.
Because sorry about that. It'll just be easier. Here we go. But I'm in already, and it's pretty
so the vision we have here is that like for our NFT releases, we'll also have a VR, exhibition area / some sort of promotional event to accompany these NFT releases. So we've built our gallery in Somnium, but here is what we've built for our Vancity release, which no one has seen yet. Breaking live.
I told you were gonna love it, Corey.
Live release. So you can walk around here. You kind of start in the middle of the wall, but click the mouse button.
Whoa.
I wonder.
Moving around. Yeah, I'm moving around.
I'm
Whoa.
seeing a bit of lag on my end, but that's probably
the lag's on my end too. I'm not really sure what's going on here.
But we can share the link in public as well.
Yeah, people should definitely check this out. There's a lot of stuff here.
Yeah. So we've built a nice showroom. We're showcasing some of the art. That's Martin out there in the corner, this not moving. He's our builder. He's our art director for .gems, and he spent basically the last 48 hours building this exhibition area. And we're also going to be including a scavenger hunt in this exhibition area. So if you want some bonus weapons, we got a bundle of weapons available for people who complete the scavenger hunt. So it's not activated just yet, but basically you'll walk around, you can click on things, and then you'll find some Google Forms that'll give you more hints, etc. And then if you go through the 4 Google Forms, we'll airdrop a bundle of weapons to your Wax account to get you nice and ready for the humans versus zombies battle.
Whoa.
If you press F, it goes from fly mode to walk mode. So I think you might be in fly mode right now, which is causing
some
weirdness.
F.
Or maybe now you're in fly mode.
I think I might have.
Anyways, so
slow.
Martin was building this, over the last few days, and he's like, "Okay, Steph, it's ready. Go check it out." So I walk around.
Oh yeah, look at this.
I really, really enjoy what he's done. And then I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. This is our exhibition area." I walk around, cool, very cool. And then I look around, like, "Oh, there's another. What's our neighbor building?" And I go walk around on the neighbor's parcel, see what they're building and stuff. And it was just a super fun experience. And I was like, "Oh, wow, that's super cool. What's this guy building?" Oh, and then you go in and there's tons of surprises, creativity, all these colors, this music. It's just a really, really fun experience. And it kind of hit me like, yeah, VR is going to be epic. People are absolutely going to get hooked on this. Right now, it's still kind of half empty, right? Like, we've built up our parcel very nicely. This guy, the hexagonal awareness center, not too sure what it is, but there's nice colors and music, and he wants more awareness for the hexagon shape. Great, you do you.
All right, cool.
So once these worlds are fully built out, it's going to be an insane experience. People are going to absolutely love just walking around, looking at the art, looking at whatever people have built. And I think it's going to become super popular. So it kind of reminded me. So back in like 2018, 2017, 2019, I was a big crypto evangelist, decentralization, Bitcoin, all these things are coming. It's going to be great. I was telling people, like, people are going to publish their art on the blockchain because then you can't fraud that. It's going to be immutable. But I didn't think I was going to be playing around with NFTs and publishing. I'm not in the art space at all before this. I don't really have a sense of style. All of this is Martin's job. He's an actual artist. He got into this space because someone bought his painting at his art gallery for $300 of Bitcoin, like 4 or 5 years ago.
Right.
That's how he got into in the space. Martin has been working for EOS Nation as our Asian regional director for 3 years now. And now when the NFT space blew up, he's obviously interested in it. I got totally hooked in 2020 of the trading, the collecting of the wax collectibles. And it's at that time, in 2020 that I'm like, oh my God, yeah. I love trading NFTs. I love collecting them. I love creating them. This is going to be amazing. More people are going to have the same experience that I'm having super early eventually. And, people are going to build in. So I was talking about NFTs before, but I didn't really believe I would be actually interested in those things. Turns out I am interested and it's amazing. And then I kind of had that same experience with VR this week where we were talking, VR is going to be great, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't actually experience it like I did this week. And so, I'm just super bullish on the space. And even though my girlfriend literally punched me when I told her I spent thousands of dollars on she's like instantly just reaction punches me and is like, what? You told me we couldn't spend $200 to go to the hotel, but you're spending thousands on virtual land? I was like, trust me, later on, you'll get it. You'll get it later on.
The land thing just makes sense. And and what we've been thinking with what really strikes me with the community thing, and obviously using Minecraft as a layer, just like it's an easy way to make everything really
affordable, accessible,
creativity just to go rampant, right? And I'm pretty sure you could do that in VR as well. So we should be VR capable effectively from the jump.
Well,
the community thing is the shit. Like getting people near each other, like going in, visiting your stuff, and like you said, like going next door and seeing something completely different. That like I just keep coming back to that over and over and over again, right? That's why I was talking to Anders this morning. We were talking to Ken, like seeding an area of land out to past the cities with like test plots where you guys have a little plot, but then you give your top 100 contributors little plots around that or whatever, right? Like get the people in there, and that's going to jack the land value for the entire place, right? And we're going to be given rewards for traveling around. So if you own a railway plot and somebody travels over it, you're going to get a random little wax generated things. We're using wax for our game token instead of something else. But yeah, just it and that novelty of like, okay, well, I'm actually in the place where everyone is. And obviously there's a lot of competition. We need to make sure that we provide the experience that is the best for the players and for the community leaders, just to make people want to actually show up there to do it, right?
Absolutely. Like, we didn't even consider Minecraft, as a place where we could build our virtual stuff. But I think it's actually really great idea, because in our virtual lands, like for example on Somnium, we have a limited amount of credits that we can use. So a light is 50 credits or something. We have like 1,000 credits total, right? So
yeah,
we had to turn off a light the other day to put up 25 NFTs, right, on our wall. So it's like, an NFT is 2 credits, a light is 50. We're like, oh man, we ran out of credits. I'm like, well, turn that light off, I guess, and we posted it, right? Which are restrictions that you don't have in Minecraft, right?
No, and we wouldn't want, and we're going to be in survival mode when we launch this. So you're going to have to, to do really intense builds, you're going to have to mine or whatever, but you're going to have to bring a community of people to whitelist on your land and to do that, right? And there's going to be wax rewards getting pumped out for all that activity. But then, we're researching the plugins. We should be able to do an in-game economy that would let you come in and spend whatever you want on actual stuff that other people have done. It's like, we're not going to have anything to do with that, right? But it's going to be like, what can we as a group of community, like as a whole, bring into this? You got your block, you got your diamond, you got people that want to mine, you got people that want to build, and everybody benefits from that action, right? Like, we'd rather be the people like, here's the, the land NFT key that, gives you build rights and whitelist rights on this piece of land, and passive earning capacity of people around it or whatever, and then really just fuel the community itself to just unleash as much creativity as possible, because that's ultimately, if you like see some of the stuff that's already getting built in there, like, people are going to want to buy these pieces just for the random shit people have already built, right? And then you throw on the communities, and it's just going to get nuts.
Yeah,
I love that story, by the way, that light bulb story. I like that.
It's interesting.
We need a hashtag, like hashtag real world problems in Virtualand or something. Turn off a light to hang more art.
Yeah, exactly. So all of these metaverses have their different unique things, right? So Somnium, you've got these restrictions, but that means that the whole, you can walk around, it's not too laggy, right? Because if you just let people upload as much as they want on their parcel, you jump into the metaverse, your computer's going to freeze because there's just too much stuff to load, right? Yeah. So Crypto Voxels is a more polygon, low res type of space, but there's less restrictions of how much you can build on your space, because each polygon is not as data intensive as, for example, uploading our video. So like the video we did with Anders is currently playing on the rooftop of our gallery in Somnium, and you can just go on that gallery, and then you can watch my video with Anders, on the screen streamed in Somnium.
The one that you just walked us through, I was really surprised by the quality of the poster. The Vancity poster quality on that wall was like,
that's good.
That was like real life museum quality. I like
exactly. No, I'm also super impressed. So and so Somnium, you can't teleport, you can't fly, you can only walk or run for a bit until you get tired, and then you got to walk again. So we got into the game late on Somnium. We bought our land like last month or in the last few months. Somnium's been up for 2 years, right? So everyone in Somnium starts in the city center. So you literally have to walk for 4 minutes to come see our gallery, right? And then if you disconnect from Somnium, then you reconnect, then you reload where you were, right? So you only have to do that walk one time, basically.
Sorry, finish. I just found something that you're gonna like. Sorry, finish your story.
Sure, exactly. So then the city center plots are more valuable because that's where everyone starts, right? Whereas our plot that's kind of on the outskirts right now is a bit less valuable because you got to walk. But we just purchased this now, so it's pretty expensive because prices are going up, of course. Whereas Crypto Voxels, I give you that link, you teleport right where we want you, right in our showroom, right? And then you press F, you can start flying, and you can just go wherever you want really quick. So it's kind of different value propositions, I guess.
Yeah, we're dealing with that too, because we're basically everybody's going to spawn in the center, and we're that transportation is part of it. but we also want to like kind of give rewards out. We're going to have a whole Wanderer class NFT that, if you load this thing, you're going to get little rewards for walking around. And obviously you're going to be able to discover NFTs for walking around as well. And this is kind of the other side thing, right? Like we can bury your guys' promo NFTs in your land as an incentive for people to come and hang out there, right? Which is going to be nuts.
Find some blocks and then find an NFT.
Right, exactly. Or just like wander around and like you're watching your inventory or whatever, and like you just got an NFT from the uplift and stuff. So that novelty is super important. We want to make sure.
I definitely spent more time in my 20s playing Minecraft than I would like to admit.
Yeah, Jonah from Atomic Hub said exactly the same thing. He's like, we made such amazing things and nobody ever saw them. I'm like, exactly.
Yeah.
We need to get everybody in the same place, rubbing shoulders with stuff that they control. Their, and of course the plugins and all that stuff allow us to do that. Not only do that, but do it with NFTs. So you're actually going to be able to package that up and sell that off if you want to.
That's great. Yeah. So last thing on metaverses, if you guys are looking to buy land in metaverses, hit us up first. We'll let you know where our land is, and we can get our whole crew of Wax or EOS crowd kind of building together. Most of these metaverses are built on Ethereum, so we need to band together and get our crew going out there.
So
yeah, that's a really good point. I think my mind is spinning, Corey. We're gonna have to figure out how to give this some more coverage in EOSIO Weekly.
Wait till you see this. This is a functioning browser window inside Minecraft.
Wow, Minecraft has evolved since the last time I played it.
So if I'm not mistaken, right? Because I was just talking to Andrew. He's like, could we have blocks up, like have a little store up? Ooh. Well, from this, you should be able to go to your rail plot or to your land plot or whatever, and just put your frickin' storefront there.
Very cool,
right? Or like if we were trying to figure out how to do NFTs for like an NFT gallery or whatever, right? But when you click it, it takes you to the actual link in there, and this is all server side, right? This is all internet side, so it's not going to take any more memory for us to throw up a window than anything else. It's just going to.
And I mean, from the quality that looks on there, I think you could probably
videos, anything.
You could probably have it cycle through the whole comic book, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe. Why not? Whatever you can put on our website, you could just have it listed there.
Yeah.
We're gonna screw with this hard.
And I think that's one of the things with the uplift, right? Like, so what Corey said earlier, I think that'd be really cool. Like, people could come to this like outdoor gallery and read your comic book and, be rewarded for spending time on your land, like, and interacting with the thing. And get a billboard from the train or something. I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of cool stuff. Like, but yeah, I like that. I'm gonna do probably a roundup post every weekend for. We're doing 5 episodes a week, and every Friday is going to be NFT game day. You're our first NFT game day guest, so thank you for joining us. But we're going to do a roundup post every week. So actually, if you wouldn't mind, Stephane, can you send me the links to all of your virtual lands, and we can put that in the roundup post under this post.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. Sounds good.
If we were going to band together and get a piece of land near you in one of these other places, which is the one we should for sure start with?
It's hard to say, right? Like Decentraland is the biggest one right now in terms of sales volume. So there was a good piece by Messari recently, The 5 Worlds, and it kind of covers the 5 big metaverses.
Yep.
It's a paid content, but they give you a free preview that still gives you a lot of information. So I'm not sure which one is going to be the biggest one, right? So Decentraland was the earliest one. They had the most sales, but I've heard that there's not that many active users on it, right? So what's the point really if there was all this land sold, but no one's on it? So I've been looking at kind of the total sales volume compared to active users to kind of get a sense of the value of those lands. But I think Crypto Voxels is probably the easiest, the more accessible one.
Okay.
Where plots are not super expensive either, from what I remember.
Okay.
The Somnium plots we bought were pretty expensive. But yeah, I mean, who knows? Who knows exactly where this is going to go? We're keeping an eye out on the space and definitely looking to build wherever the people are, or build and bring the people to our builds.
Right.
So like, for example, in Somnium, they had a Beeple ceremony. You know, Beeple, the artist.
Yeah.
Sold like 3.5 million in a weekend or whatever.
Yeah,
Absolutely amazing story. You know, he did his award ceremony or whatever in Somnium, right? And there was like maybe 10, 12 people hanging around in the ceremony area, you know? And it was just like, it's a preview of what's to come. Sure, there wasn't that many people on there this time, but people are going to look, they're going to see that and they're going to go, oh, that's cool. And then they're going to join in. And once these worlds are more built, and once like we're bringing our own community in, other people are going to see that there's a lot of activity. So right now they're kind of half built, and like there's not many people walking around, right? Like when we went in Crypto Voxels, you know, there was Martin that was standing in the corner. He's AFK from his computer, but there was nobody else walking around, right?
Yeah.
Once the community's bigger, there's going to be more people. Then new people that look in for the first time, they're going to see a mega community, lots of people, lots of things built, and it's just going to attract people in there. Especially during this time of lockdowns and all this madness that's going on. It's like, it's the perfect time for VR and NFTs to just really take off, which we've seen in the last year anyways. So I'm pretty sure this is going to continue. And even once the lockdowns are over, people are now going to be introduced to VR and AR and all that stuff. And I don't think it's going away.
Yeah, it's exciting, and it's but a little bit frightening, you know, because you know nature's coming back. So soon dinosaurs will be back roaming around the cities and stuff, you know.
I don't mind that. I like nature. I like big animals.
Nature's good. Nature's good.
But yeah, I mean these worlds, not everyone can travel. You know, it can travel to beautiful places in the world, financial reasons, passport reasons, whatever. Everyone can come into these VR worlds. You don't even need a VR headset. You just need a computer screen, right? Obviously, a VR headset adds another level. I don't have a VR headset yet. It's on my list of things to do for 2021. Definitely going to be upping my VR game this year. Pretty excited for it. My brother has one. I've tried it a few times. I love it. I get super immersed in it. But yeah.
Yeah, no, and we've noticed that about. I had a buddy of mine come in and check the uplift, the Minecraft world out, and of course, like when you first show up, I was like, "This is blocky and dumb, and the graphics are lame." Now, granted, like with the Optifine shaders we got, like it's a lot better, but it's still like it's weird for people that are used to photorealistic video games now, right? And like 10 minutes later, he's like, "I forgot that this is blocky already," like that. Because there's the, you know, and we do the cathedral thing. We do the gratitude ceremony every Sunday at 11, right? It's total secular. Everybody's welcome. We just come in. People join on the YouTube, or they come in a game, and we throw gratitudes up on those monuments where I threw yours up, Stephane. And that placeness, like the fact that everybody hangs out, like doing the Burning Man event, the Burning Button event. Everybody's there, like listening to the tune and dancing like crazy. Like you got that sense that this is a real thing that's happening. And I mean, the Beeple, you know, ceremony that they had or whatever, like that. When you get people into a place, you know, you get attached to it, you get vested to it, and it's just, you know, being able to talk like this is fantastic, right? But being able to like talk like this in a place, it's a whole other level that people are starting to really clue into.
Yeah, and it's really immersive, and people are going to love it. People are going to get absolutely hooked. Ready Player One is coming. Get 100%. Ready for it. Yeah.
Well, the other one, like I don't know if you guys know Alex Saunders from Nuggets News, but I know that they built basically he's pretty solid, you know, crypto YouTube kind of OG channel that I quite enjoy following. And they built basically they have a piece of land in Decentraland, and they basically do like talks, like almost like TED Talks in there. And that's the thing, right? Like with Block One, you know, June events where you actually in the olden days had to travel to the event to see it. Now you're going to be able to buy virtual tickets. People are going to be able to go in, like you said, with VR or no VR, a computer screen, right? And hold events, right? Like, I mean, you know, there might come a day where if you're not in here, like YouTube becomes obsolete because essentially, that could replace it, right?
We can play YouTube in here.
Yeah,
like we'll just swallow them, like we did landlines.
Yeah, exactly.
So I got another show that's starting in a few minutes. So I unfortunately have a hard stop today.
So I just wanted to get a quick recap up before we wrapped it up.
Yes, please. And Stephane, please come on again soon because this conversation was fantastic.
Absolutely, anytime.
Like, nowhere near done.
Love to come on again. So quick recap for our release. Episode 2 goes on sale tomorrow. There's 48-hour sale. So get in there. There's 6,000 drops available, 100 wax per drop. So it's not too expensive. We're making it affordable for anyone to come in. Each drop will get you 2 battle-ready characters and 2 weapons, some chances at some rarities, some chances at some ultra rares, and also some of the comic book pages for people who want to collect the full set. This time around, it's going to be harder to complete the collections. Last time, we just airdropped the 20,000 NFTs to however many people bought our packs. So we said, like, hey, we're guaranteeing you 6 NFTs per pack. You ended up getting like 16 or something. This time, that's not going to happen. There's 60,000 total NFTs in this series. There's 6,000 drops available. So it's about 9 to 10 NFTs per drop. And the unsold drops are being burned along with those unsold NFTs. So the collection is going to be more exclusive this time. It's going to be harder to complete your set. So if you want the PDF version of the comic book, you need to buy 6 drops. So that's a price point of around $20 US, depending on the prices, which we think is fair for for a PDF copy of this comic book, which kind of similar to comic book prices, I imagine. Plus, you get the collection, you get the battle NFTs, you can win prizes. There's 2 collector's edition. You can get one by completing the comic book page set. That gives you the cover NFT collector's edition. And then there's the other collector's edition that we will be awarding to people with kills in our NFT battle. So you get at least 1 kill in that battle, you get your collector's edition. The lowest mint collector's edition are going to the accounts that accumulate the most kills in this battle.
Yeah, and all the links for all the sites are below in the post that we go out. So yeah, once again, like Corey said, thank you for joining us. I don't know, when you can come back, but we'd love to have you back. And I don't know, Lisa Chandler, shout out to you in the comments because that's a cool idea. She asked if she can build a coffee shop in your land next to your EOS Nation area. Maybe we can do the next show. Maybe we can do the next show from inside her coffee shop.
Absolutely. So visit our Voxels showroom and then there's going to be a scavenger hunt that's going to be activated in the next few hours. Click on the walls, click on the things. You'll find some Google Forms. You'll find more hints. If you get to the end of these Google Forms, we'll be dropping a bundle of weapons to your account to get you ready for that battle.
And we'll get that information out to the community from our weekly roundup post tomorrow.
Yep. One more announcement. The uplift.art Mr. Spaceman drop starts in frickin' T-2 hours in a couple of minutes. So you want to track that as well. And just get it. All right. I got to run. It's fine. It's really good to meet you, man. I'm looking forward to our next conversation.
I'll be back soon enough for our next release in the next few months for sure.
Boom.
And, reach out to us if you were wondering about building on VR, our NFT battle contract, our release. Follow us, .gems on Twitter. Join our Vancity Telegram group. See you out there. Right.
Awesome. And seriously, I'll give you an EOS Nation tour of what we're planning with the Uplift because I'm sure you'll have some fantastic ideas for that. We're going to want you there. So we'll make it happen. All right. Cheers, guys.
Later.